All right, what we're going to do today is we're going to put together this VacQueen Smart Pet water fountain. And I've got a dog that drinks a lot of water, and we're constantly filling this thing up. And sometimes he gets out of water. We don't know about this. And the smart part of this is that it's going to have an application that you download. You'll be able to see if it's getting low, and it's got a filter that's built into it. So pretty stoked to be able to get this thing open. Relatively simple setup. You can kind of see, just about how much this thing holds, and all the pieces come in here. So it really seems very easy to put together. So we're going to put it together relatively quickly here. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to pop this filter in to this puppy right here. And we're going to grab these two pieces right here, because this is going to go on one side of the tray, like so. There's slots for this, so it's relatively easy for you to find, like this goes into this slot, this goes into this slot, so it looks just like this, real easy. And then what we'll do is I'll put this other piece right here underneath this, and we're going to pop that into place. Should fit in there snugly, and it does. So now we've got those two pieces, and then this piece right here, you see this tab here, fits right into here. All right. So now you've got this tab with the filter that's hooked onto here, and it comes apart just like that. Okay. Look at that. Hey, we can figure this thing out. You and me, we're going to figure this thing out together. All right. It's in there pretty snugly with the filter. And so the next step is it's called the pump host head. That's this right here. This thing obviously goes right here, and it plugs from the outside. So you want to make sure that the outside goes here, because obviously that's where you plug it into the wall with the provided adapter. This goes in here like so. Pop it in here like so. And then this end goes into the wall. And then, of course, you have this container, and you see there it says maximum. You should probably read it from the inside so you can read it properly. This says maximum, and this says minimum. So we're going to fill up the tank, and then we're going to pop it in, and we're going to then hook up the app and see how this works. And we're going to see if Dexter likes using this thing. He may be a little scared at first, but I'm excited to see if he likes this. So we're going to fill this up. I'm going to download the app. We're going to power this thing up, and we're going to see how it works. Okay, so I have it plugged in. We've got it together, and I have filled up the tank almost to max, as you can see below. I didn't go all the way to max. Plugged it in, you could see as I powered it up, you could see this fountain is starting to flow into this. Let me focus in a little bit more on that. You can hear it. You can hear the noise it's making. I'll get closer to it where my mic is. You can kind of hear the sound that it makes. And it's going to this edge, and this is where the water is kind of going in. All right, so it basically filled it up, and then it's going in. And it looks like what it's doing is it's filtering it, and then it's serving this water back like so. This is interesting. So we'll see how that looks. I'm going to download the application now, and we'll kind of go through the functions of the app. And then basically the clincher of this whole thing is if my dog Dexter actually will drink out of this thing, and it becomes something that we like and will use. Looks like it's periodically just kind of putting water out at times. And I suppose as he drinks it, it would continue to flow out until he's done drinking it. So there's a demonstration of it there. And now we'll go through the demo of the app and how it works with this. Okay, so one thing that I noticed, I didn't realize this, but as you can see, this is battery powered. And so you don't need to keep this plugged in. It's absolutely functional on battery, which is great. I was thinking, oh, we have to keep this somewhere near a plug. Probably not a bad idea to have it near a plug, just when it needs charging. So just another quick thing I thought I'd let you know, that this is not something you have to keep plugged in. It is something that's battery powered. And look who we have coming. Dexter, come here. Dexter, are you thirsty? Come here. Come. Come on, buddy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Try it out. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Is that good? Do you like that? Yeah. I think we have a winner. We have nice, clean, filtered water, a nice, soothing fountain for him to drink out of. Probably not a bad idea to have something underneath it, right? In case a dog is a little slobbery sometimes, especially big ones like Dexter. He's back for more. All right. What do you think, bud? All right, so the next step here is you want to connect to the Tuya Smart Life app, Tuya Smart Life app. And then you're going to put it in a particular mode, and then you're going to enter the details of your local Wi-Fi to be able to connect what you're doing here with what you're doing here. You got to make sure you're plugged into the wall, and because this won't work on battery power, so plug it into the wall for this process. And I'm just going to do it right here, and we're going to see how this works with the Tuya Smart Life app, and we'll kind of walk through the functionalities of it. First thing you got to do is hit the power button 5 times in a row, and it supposedly goes into the network distribution state. So this should identify this. There's a blue light blinking in there between this. It stopped doing the little fountain. Well, started again. So it's blinking, and I click the plus and I click add a device. So I'm adding the device, and it's requesting the, this is where it's requesting all the stuff for your local setup. You click continue. You allow while you're using the app, which is what we're doing. And then now I'm allowing this Tuya Smart to get my network and allow it for Bluetooth. It wants access to it. The device is showing up right there in the corner. That's this. Pretty cool. So I'm gonna hit that, add the device, and then it's gonna ask for my Wi-Fi. So I select my Wi-Fi, and it says, there's your Wi-Fi, and now I'm entering my password for my Wi-Fi. Very much like if you were setting up anything, like any sort of smart device, Roku stick or anything like that. I'm entering my Wi-Fi password. It says being added right there. But now we're connected successfully. So now we can kind of see how this works. So I'm going to click done. And just, you can see, there it is. It's in there. My Wi-Fi router is saying, hey, we have a new device. Yes, we do. Here it is. You can switch it on and off, it looks like, here in the app. So I can turn it on and I can turn it off from the app. When I click on that, it says full of water. Okay, good. It's also telling me power supply. The other thing that it's telling me is how many days of filter life that it has left. After 15 days, you want to clean the fountain body. So yeah, you want to keep this thing clean as well, just like you would normally any dog water dish. It tells me how many times water will be out today, which is interesting. So we can kind of track that. It's in PIR mode or interval mode or feed water. So if I switch to feed water mode, I don't know if that changes kind of the length of time this thing will go or not. Not quite sure what that is. It's telling me how many times it's discharging the water, what time it's discharging the water, interval, statistics. You get statistics on a dog water thing. Okay, well, nerds, celebrate. This will tell you how many times water has come out of it, I guess. It's telling you a reminder when to clean, when to replace your filter, when to reset your filter element, when to do a clean reset. This says water control high. Let's do water control low. And it says bright value, 1, 2, 3, confirm, 1. This says water discharge duration, 30 seconds, right? And it says the interval time is every 30 minutes. So let's make it every 60 minutes. How about that? We change it to every 60 minutes, confirm that. And it will discharge for 30 seconds every 60 minutes. The water control is low. This is just making sure that there's enough water that's going to be out for your dog, sitting out for that amount of time, and then it will, come out and be available. So you might want to monitor to see when it's out. It's going to tell you when it is, and then you'll be able to adjust how often that water sort of comes out as a filtered amount for your dog to drink. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to play around a little bit more with the app, but you kind of get a general sense of how the app works. I'm excited, and as you saw earlier, Dexter loves the water, don't you, Dexter? He's staring over at it. He's waiting for me to move the camera so he can go and get a drink of some delicious filtered water. So, as always, we hope this video helps you.